Hi everyone, this is Suzette for Cloudy Sky Today, and it's April 2023, so another National Poetry Month. Today, I am going to share some of my poems with you, including some new ones that I have coming up that I'm also going to be doing, a little painting with. So this was one I wrote in 2016 to enter into an art show. And I also use a limerick. Now I didn't use the there is blah blah blah, but it does have 5 lines and it does follow the, I think it's AABBA scheme. So this is: many a sailor have sailed these moons, often without enough vitamin C, when they have been gone for many moons. The sight of my tail has caused them to swoon and mistake a manatee for a mermaid due to scurvy dreams. So as you see, it didn't really quite follow the rhythm, but it is in 5 lines, so it has the spirit of it. So the next one is from my book, The Collection, which is available on Amazon. That's just a cheap little plug right there. And this is called And the Music Played On. I like to give you a little inspiration or the background behind the poem. But have you gotten, well, you know what? I think you'll get it just from the reading, right? The music played on in my head, sometimes quietly, like the sweet song of birds on the first kiss of the sun in spring, like the soft crashing of waves on the shore on a hot day in summer. The music played on my head, sometimes loudly, like the clanging of metal banging bins and garbage pickup days in early morning, like a violent wind ripping, tearing, destroying everything in sight. The music played on in my head. And you can see, you just hear music and everything. Now, for Adventures in the Courtyard, I decided to experiment with all the forms that are out there. I went on a self-taught journey where I looked at all the different forms. What, drives the form. Like, for example, this pantoum, I just call it pantoum, originated in Malaysia, and this is from poets.org. A short folk poem, typically made up of 2 rhyming couplets that were recited or sung. And of course, as it spread, Western writers adapted and altered the form. So this is my idea of a pantoum. Might not be, but part of my self journey. Dreaming of you, I can still see you singing. I can still get that tingling even after the night is gone. I can still see you singing, hypnotizing with your deep voice long after the night is gone. They sway to the groove, hypnotized by your deep vocals and that kindness in your eyes. I also swayed to the groove, thinking of you. I remember that kindness in your eyes and still get that tingling, thinking of you, dreaming of you. Now for this, I decided to pick, some with something other than just poetry. Either it has some link to music, because I was writing about a show I went to, or it has some link to art. So for this next poem, and this is from my book 78th Avenue, yes, another plug, U-Turn. Now, I do have some art that I've done, and then some of these is photography, which is still another link. Oh, sometimes, you have to take a deep breath in. And I had hopes and dreams achieving. Okay, this one's a little bit hard because I remember the inspiration. Writing about failure can be kind of hard, especially when you think of all the other things that went right in your life. So, I know this is a little bit strange, but I'm going to skip for now. But, you can always get a copy and read it, but it makes me a little bit sad and I'm in a good mood. So this is something I'm working on right now, where I'm looking at the rose as a bud, the rose when it just opened, and of course the rose in a full bloom. The dying rose, I actually have quite a couple of dried up roses around me. I have a hard time drawing it because it makes me so sad. So I decided that we're going to stick with the happier roses. But I have 2 poems that I'm trying to figure out which one is more, what's the right word? apt for the description. And I mean, in a strange way, both of them could be, but you know, if you have a preference, please let me know. The first one, Metamorphosis of a Rose, and I guess for you to see it, I should move this over. Ah, there it is. A rosebud with so much in store. A world was yet to be explored. The journey has just begun. Hopes and dreams yet to be had. A rose in full bloom with such showy petals, putting yourself on display, parading on stage in pageants, with a spotlight showcasing your beauty. Petals discolored and drooping describes a rose past its prime. Some things in life will pass us by. We regret some memories, but others we relish. Okay, let's check the other one. Because what I'm going to do, I have a fourth panel, and I want to add a poem to it. Or if these two don't work, I'll just have to write yet another poem. So let's try this one. This one is The Resilient Rose. Look at the bloom waiting to burst, waiting to show the world what she got, the ideas brimming in her head, and then look at those showy petals, remind me of my pageant days when I would grace the stage. But now, look at me now, look at that preserved rose, still hanging on. Petals may have shrunk and discolored with age, but still hanging on. Now, considering that I wrote the poems before I decided what I wanted to put down on, actually it's a 11 by 30 plexiglass panel, and I purposely did not draw the dying rose. I'm thinking I will have to write another verse to really capture what it is I'm trying to do with these roses. Well, actually, it's just one rose. So if you like this content and would like to see more of my poetry, please subscribe and like. And, you know, if you have something you want to share, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And until next time.